All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makar Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honor to you, Akim, pushing out this truth all over the world. All right. The hopeful elect. We're going to start off with Revelations 13 and 16. All right. Now, this is the last and final prophecy. All right. And, through the Spirit, all right, we have to, pull this prophecy out a lot more because this is the final one, all right, which is approaching very quickly. What people don't understand is that people are already walking around the planet Earth and have been for years now, all right, walking around with the chip in their hand, all right. So these devils, they've been, you know, had it tested, all right, in subjects, okay, vending machines opening, cars opening, starting, all right. So we've been in this last and final prophecy for some time now. All right. So what are we waiting for to happen? Is for some type of false flag situation where they will go ahead and make this chip, all right, the RFID chip, the radio frequency identification, okay, the mark of the beast, all right, the MOTB, where they would make it mandatory. Okay. And once they make it mandatory, we know that the Heavenly Father is going to disrupt this man's enterprise, all right, and destroy this place. That's when the missiles will come, all right. But the Lord is going to allow these devils, all right, to get the majority of the people microchip, all right, according to the prophecy. Let's read it. Revelations 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So that word mark goes back to charagma, man, meaning imprinted stamp. Something that's going to be inserted inside of you. Okay. All right. That's exactly what this is. You could look it up on YouTube. They have people, with the syringes put it inside the hands, of these subjects, giving them the chip straight out. All right. And how are they going to power it? They're going to power it with the 5G. Why do you need anything faster than 4G? All right. Your phone operating off of 4G is fast enough. How fast or quick do you need to read a message or surf the internet? That's how you know it's not for that. This whole 5G, it's to power these implants. All right. Again, the last and final prophecy. We are here. All right. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because, the kingdom of heaven cannot come yet until all these things are fulfilled, like Yahweh Shai said. All right. So these are exciting times because we're living out these prophecies. We see them. Not only do we see them, we're speaking about them. We're teaching about it. We're standing up, what I'm saying, upon our feet, like it says in Isaiah 60 and 1, because that light has come. We have the light, meaning the truth. And this is the truth. All right. The MOTB, the mark of the beast, that's the chip. All right. That it speaks about right here, Revelations 13 and 16, man. That's the chip, man, that they're going to put in you. All right. And you got a taste of it, the whole buying and selling, with this whole COVID stuff. All right. You see how they were making it where, you couldn't go certain places if you didn't have, your mask or the vaccine. All right. So these devils are going to bring it back. So the reason why, another reason too why, started off with this scripture is because of this article right here. All right. Which we're going to get into. I wanted to pull this out real quick. Pull it up on my other phone. All right. Because we're going to pull out an account of Nebuchadnezzar. All right. Doing the same thing. Okay, so Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, the thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So keep that in mind. All right, we're going to pull out the account of Nebuchadnezzar of Daniel's in the book of Daniel. So let's go ahead and read just a little bit of this. This link will be in the description box. I'm not going to read the whole article. All right. It's a long article. I'm not going to read all of it. Just going to read a little bit of it. Let's see. Just give me a second. It looks like it switched to. Hold on. Go back to it right here. Yeah, this news break, man, as soon as you click on something, it just, you're not able to click back. All right, here we go. So the microchip implants that let you pay with your hand. Okay, so it says a woman paying for her meal in a cafe using the contactless payment chip implanted in her hand. You see it right there. All right, and all of these different systems are set up for it already. All right, so this is because the 37-year-old doesn't need to use a bank card or his mobile phone to pay. Instead, he simply places his left hand near the contactless card reader and the payment goes through. The reactions I get from cashiers are priceless, says Mr. Pullman, a security guard from the Netherlands. He is able to pay using his hand because back in 2019, he had a contactless payment microchip injected under his skin. You see that? That was 2019, not too long ago. All right, but even before that, all right, they were talking about it. Okay, so check this out. A microchip was first implanted into a human back in 1998, but it is only during the past decade that the technology has been available commercially. And when it comes to implantable payment chips, British-Polish firm Walletmore says that last year it became the first company to offer them for sale. The implant can be used to pay for a drink on the beach in Rio, a coffee in New York, a haircut in Paris, or at your local grocery store, says founder and chief executive Wojtek Porota, whatever. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. It can be used whatever contactless payments are accepted. All right. So there you have it, man. More and more information is starting to resurface about the microchip. It never went anywhere. All right. These are the plans, all right, that they plan, all right, for you people, man. All right. And again, according to the scriptures, this is what they're going to accomplish. All right. So let's grab this account right here in Nebuchadnezzar. Daniel's 3:1. Nebuchadnezzar, the king. All right. And you see, we pulled out Ecclesiastes 1:9 about how there's no new thing under the sun. Okay. So check this out. All right. Nebuchadnezzar, the king, made an image of gold whose height was 60 cubits and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, sent to gather together the princes, the governors, and the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the province to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. So don't it sound similar to that? Doesn't this sound similar to, Revelations 13:16? And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. You see that? Again, there's no new thing under the sun. All right, so let's go back. All right. Okay, Daniel's 3:3. Then the princes, the governors, and the captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the province were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up, and they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar has set up. Then an herald cried out loud, to you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, man. All right, and you have a mixed multitude of that here. That's why this is Babel confusion. All right, place of confusion, man. All right, that's what you have here in America. All right, a lot of confusion, a lot of different tongues. All right, a lot of different nations. All right, so Daniel's 3:5. That at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, the psaltery, the dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. And whoso falleth not down and worship shall the same hour be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. You see that? So that's what the Lord is going to do. Going back to Revelations 14:8, or rather angels, you're going to be burnt in the presence of the holy angels, man, if you take this chip. All right, the Lord is going to throw you in that second death, all right, which is that lake of fire. Okay, and isn't it crazy how Nebuchadnezzar, he was, you know, basically saying the same thing. Like, hey, if you don't worship it, you know, he was saying the opposite. If you don't worship it, all right, this image, that I'm gonna throw you inside the fire. You see that? You see how it's with fire, all right? But this fire will be with nuclear, all right? This will be that nuclear fire, man, all right? Okay, so continuing on, Daniel 3:7. Therefore, at that time when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, all the people, the nations, and the languages fell down and worshiped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. Wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. O king has made a decree that every man shall hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, the psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music shall fall down and worship the golden image. So see, so the story is building up. So we represent, this is you know, the times that we are in now, man. We represent Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, all right? Because they didn't fall down and worship it, you know, and we're not going to bend the knee, you know, and receive this implant, man, all right? Because we understand what it is, okay? Daniel 3:11, whoso falleth not down and worship, that he should be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. And I'm going to go ahead and stop it right there, because we don't, you know. Again, you know, this is twofold. This represents us, man, the hopeful elect. All right. Like it says right here, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up, man. All right. And we're not going to bow down. We're not going to bend the knee, all right, to this man's demonic system. All right. And with these implants. So with that, I just wanted to touch bases on this. I'll put this link to this article in the description box. And until next video, you know, I want to say all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, first and foremost. You know, double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone. Honors to you brothers pushing out this truth. So next video, I want to say shalom.